Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. This is your 2 for Friday. Steve Collins coming to you from gorgeous San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coaching speaker in the world. Hope you guys are excited about today. Hope you enjoyed that video this morning. As I was walking outside, I realized how often I walk past that fountain, and what a shame it would be not to share that with you. So I'm doing a little play on words. We have a local attorney that for years had a commercial. Old dude, you know, with a cowboy hat. He looks all rough and tough. You know how attorneys are, right? And in their marketing. And so he has this saying, "You deserve respect and justice, so we demand it." It's a very catchy phrase. So I'm putting a play on that today, talking about coaching program here, and talking about why the relationships you are part of have a significant and dramatic impact on the quality of your life. We believe you deserve success and blessing, so we demand it. What do I mean by that? First of all, let me deal with all my church folk out there that want to adjust their halo before they get their blessed assurance all up in a bunch. Let me clarify it for you. Religified church folks, it is subjective. It is subjective. I'm not talking an American prosperity BS bunk of crap. I'm talking about something that is a global, worldwide opportunity for men and women who were created in the image of Almighty God. Okay, I'm talking about people all over the world. It is subjective. Blessing to 90% of the earth could be having a meal. Success to 90% of the earth could be getting paid for a day's work so you can provide for your family. So it is relative. Let me talk to you. All things in this kingdom that y'all don't know nothing about unless you're really studying it, they're relative. Simple example of that, Jesus sitting in the temple with his boys, watching people go give their money, giving thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and a little old lady, little old widow comes in and gives her little tiny widow's mite, and he says, pay attention, boys, pay attention, boys. She gave more than everybody here. You see, it's flipped. It ain't always what you think. So let me just deal with my church folks real quick. Don't trip. Hear the message. Don't hear what I'm not saying. It's not a prosperity thing. Everybody deserves a big house and a beautiful car. It's a bunch of crap, okay? Here's what I'm talking about. You deserve success and blessing, so we demand it. Success and blessing is a very subjective term that's relative to that individual. The reason I say we demand it is this. Those of us who have had an opportunity to study for years, okay, faith-based material, who have not only studied it, but are living and learning and practicing it, much like a baby who stumbles all over the place trying to figure out how to walk. By the way, no one ever arrives. No one ever says, I'm here, I've arrived, that's it, I'm done, I've got no more growth, woohoo, I'm Billy Badbutt. No, sir. It is a constant growth, constant effort, constant focus to develop that spiritual side of a person's life. It is the stuff of life. If you are living a life without a rewarding, adventure-filled, spiritual experience of faith, my friends, you are eating a Charms Blow Pop with the wrapper on it. Yeah, it's got the feel, and it's got the size, and you can hold it in your hand. Tain't no flavor in it, y'all. You wants to have the flavor of life, and the flavor of life comes from this connection with this amazing and almighty Heavenly Father. So let's talk about that this morning. You deserve success and blessing, so we demand it. The people I have chosen to surround myself with, and the people that I intentionally seek out, are those who have come to believe, like Zig Ziglar said, you were engineered for accomplishment, okay? You were destined for greatness. You're endowed with the seeds of greatness inside you. God don't make no junk. Zig would ask the simple question. Think about all the areas of your life, okay? Think about your spiritual, your physical, your mental, your emotional, maybe your marriage, your parenting with your kids, your financial, okay? He would say, money ain't everything, but it ranks right up there with oxygen in the gotta have it category, all right? So of all those areas of your life, Which area did God create you to fail in? I'm in a parking lot, y'all, so I can have my hands off the wheel. But I'm going to keep them off the wheel for a minute. That way I'll trip a little bit and everybody be worried about me saying, don't drive and make videos. I'm in a parking lot, y'all. Ain't nobody around me. What area did he create you to fail in? Well, Bob, there's more to that question. No, there's actually not more to that question. It tain't a trick question, y'all. You were not created to fail in any one of those areas. The challenge is we are raised many times by people who love us, who have their own limiting beliefs, who have their own programs running in their head, who maybe have attempted a dream and it failed, or tried a dream and it failed, or went for it and it failed. You guys remember the movie Rudy Rudiger? You remember the scene where he's sitting at the bus stop getting ready to go to Notre Dame, and his father, who he has this challenging relationship with, is talking to him about the grandfather who was, an immigrant and was tucked into starting a dairy farm. And it's a warm moment, you think, between the father and the son, where he's really connecting with his son before he sends Rudy off to college. And it starts to get warm until the dad says this, and then your grandpa lost everything. I'm telling you, boy, chasing stupid dreams won't do nothing but hurt you and everybody who loves you. His father's limiting belief and experience that stuck in his head was being passed on to his son, or trying to keep him from performing. Not because his dad was a wicked, stupid sucker, as are most people in your life. Most people in life are not wicked, hell-bent on evil to try to rob you of the joy of your life. They're not. They're actually attempting to help you and keep you from suffering harm because of failure, because maybe they failed, because maybe people they know failed, maybe grandma and grandpa failed, maybe Aunt Susie failed, maybe Uncle Johnny failed, and they saw the devastation that came with that. I'm gonna share something with y'all. You ain't Aunt Susie, you ain't Uncle Johnny, you ain't all those other people. You were engineered for accomplishment. You were endowed with the seeds of greatness. You were given this spiritual DNA with the opportunity to learn and grow and become more than you currently are in your current situation, so that you have the ability to change should you decide to, by changing your thinking. You know how you get transformed? By the renewing of your mind. You know how you renew your mind? You get out the old crap that's limiting you, and you bring in the new good stuff that you can begin to think about and dwell on. You begin to think about possibilities. You begin to think about opportunities. You begin to think about what could be available to you. You begin to see some other people out there that are actually experiencing what in your spirit makes you come alive and say, man, I could do that. Man, I could be that. I could become that. How can I do that? But the problem is you hanging around with some little thinking folks probably who would just go, well, now, Becky, that's crazy for you to get your realtor's license, because if I'm not mistaken, they don't have a very great health plan. You know what I'm saying? And it's an inconsistent paycheck. And what if the market shifts, honey? Now, Becky ain't stupid. Becky just ain't a woman of great faith. She probably ain't an entrepreneur. She's probably not somebody who has pushed through those barriers, who can now shed light on creating a way for you. Creating a way for you. Thinking about getting yours. Talk to some successful people, y'all. Talk to some successful people. Every month, I guess last year we brought on 330 new agents in our office. We have a class that we put together, our own brand of preparation, taking somebody off the streets, getting them into the real estate market. We normally have about 35 people a month. 85% of them, 85% will graduate that class 6 weeks later with something under contract. Why? When we talk in here, I tell them this: the only reason that I'm qualified to coach and to consult here is because for the last 20 years, I've failed more than anybody in here. I have stepped on the landmines. I have been blown up. I have been blasted to pieces. I have been up when the market is up, and I have lost the dream home, made the millions, lost the millions. I have gone through that stuff that now allows me to have the faith to speak into another man or a woman's life and say, if you will do these things, you will achieve your goal. The question is not whether your goal is realistic or not. I'm not worried about, now that goal is not realistic. I don't think that way. I say that goal is very realistic. What we have to have a conversation about is your daily commitment to the activities required to reach that goal, is that realistic? Or do you just have a Pollyanna pipe dream with rainbows and unicorns and glitter, hoping it's all just going to come to you? Or are you willing to bust your blessed assurance to get in the game and get it done? And ladies and gentlemen, that's what it boils down to. You're comfortable. You're just comfortable. That's all. You deserve success and blessing. And so we demand it. When you get around the right people, they will put a demand on you to become all you are capable of becoming, to not be okay with you staying stagnant. Now, I'm not talking about striving, and I'm not talking about money, and I'm not talking about you going for material crap. I'm talking about you growing as a person, you growing as a human being, you growing in love and faith and mercy and grace and faith and belief, in joy, in the things that make up who you are. Who you are. It's who you become before you can do, before you can have. And so the focus is on who you can become. And the conversation we have in my world is, we demand it of you because it's your freaking duty to do it. For you to have gifts and talents and skills that you only use to the point of discomfort is robbing yourself and your family and your friends and neighbors of the true potential available to them that would come through you if you would bust your tail and make a commitment to become all you could be. And you know all I ask from people? All I ask from myself, my people, my family, my friends, my kids? You know, I don't care about tomorrow, y'all. I just want you to do it today. Just pour it out today. Just be that man today. Just be that woman today. Just today. I don't care about tomorrow. And I had a coaching client very wisely ask me, well, Mr. Collins, why don't you care about what we do tomorrow? I said, son, let me tell you something. When you wake up tomorrow, what's it going to be? And he went, today? And I was like, aha, yeah, baby. Tomorrow ain't going to be tomorrow. It's going to be today. And then I'm just going to want you to do it today. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody can fight the battle for a day. What's your why? Why are you doing it? Are you comfortable? Are you chilling? Are you all right? Do you work to the point of it starts to hurt and you pull back? Or do you remember Muhammad Ali? How many sit-ups do you do, champ? I don't know. You don't count your sit-ups, champ? I do count them. You don't know how many sit-ups you do and you count them? I don't know. Why is that, champ? Muhammad Ali says, I start doing sit-ups, and when it hurts like hell and I want to quit, that's when I say 1, 2, 3. The average man's ending point is a champion's starting point. You deserve success and blessing. And so we demand it. We demand it of you because you know why? It ain't even about you. It's about who you become that's going to influence and touch other people's lives, and you will be a dream releaser and a dream unlocker and an inspiration to everybody the good Lord has put in your life because you had the courage to go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want a big life? It's time to make a big decision. I hope you choose wisely today. Have a great day, guys.